Very, very good welcome, Tractor, to this 87th reflection. Today we have an English inquiry from Danny, who says this next thing. Havana, how do I prospect girls in English? And he answers himself saying, translating Mario's books, which I believe is good. It's okay. I will go with this. And how do I communicate if my English is weak? Cheers. By the way, I'm a Spanish follower. So, very nice question, Danny. And since you are asking me in English, I'm gonna answer you back in English as well. Even though my English is not so fluid as it used to be in the past, since I'm not talking so often. Even though my my listening, is being trained every day because I'm always listening podcasts and things like that. So let's go for this question. By the way, I hope it translates in YouTube, and then if you don't understand anything, you can try to put the subtitles and things like that. Okay, so stop trash talking and go to the meat. So, how do I communicate if my English is weak? Well, if I recall good, when I was for 3 years in England, actually in London, and I remember for the first whole year that I thought that English people, I mean people from Britain, I thought they were rude, uneducated, or something like that, because when I was asking something to them or talking to them for anything, they were not answering me back, and I started to think that yeah, they were very, very rude people. I was like, what the hell is going on with these people? I'm talking to you. Why you don't tell me something back? I don't know. Maybe sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat or something like that? But they were like looking at me like saying, this guy looks like a human trying to talk or something. Maybe not. And they were leaving me like a stone, like a statue, like this, saying, what happened here? Well, so 1 year, then I found myself in another different situation, which was at this point they were replying me, they were talking back to me, but then I was not able to keep going. I was not able to keep the conversation because I wasn't understanding them. So basically, what I realized at this point was that they were not answering me at the beginning because they were not understanding me at all, and usually I'm gonna say something maybe you are gonna disagree, but it's my experience. Usually, British people, they don't do any effort to understand you at all. I guess because this is the most the language that most people knows in the world, second language, I mean. And then they don't need to do any effort to communicate. If you don't talk English to them, or they don't understand you, they go to another person, and that's it. They're gonna find someone who is capable of of talking. So so that's where I concluded. And then I realized at the beginning I need to have a better pronunciation, better construction of phrases and sentences and so on. But that's not enough. Now that I achieved the goal to be able to express myself, now I have to understand what what they are replying in order to have a proper conversation or communication. So I'm telling all this because it is important to understand that you need to have a good speaking. Not you don't need to be Shakespeare. You just only need to be able to say what you think and be understandable. And on the other hand, you need to understand what they are replying back. So I don't know exactly what weak English means, but if you are able to at least be understandable and understand, you're good to go. Okay. In fact, I remember working with people that I thought their English was pretty poor, pretty weak. In fact, like my pronunciation was way better than them, but they had, for them was easier to communicate. Those people were understanding them, and he or she was understanding the English speaker, so they were able to have a conversation like in their own tongue, mother language, mother tongue. And for me, it was not so easy. For me, was quite hard, at least for the first and a half year. So what I advise you to do in order to do to empower your English and make it stronger. Well, I don't know where are you? Like if you are in London, in UK, or you are in Manchester or some place like this. I mean, if you are like in London, I know by fact that they are like parties for like foreigners or so, where young people meet together, lot of people, like I don't know, 50 to 100 people in a pub or something like that. And since you are having a nice party in the evening, you can drink alcohol or whatever you like to do. Is it allowed? Is it well seen that you communicate with the people and you exchange thoughts? It's like a safe laboratory, safe environment where you can train your weak English, and no one is gonna judge you. Maybe they're gonna correct you. I remember talking to a girl in there, and I was saying something, and she said, "No, this is not right. This is not the meaning of this word." I don't remember exactly what word was, but she helped me out with this word in particular, for example. So quite nice. And as well, these parties they were like they had like a topic, like a main theme. For example, I remember we will have to we didn't need to have customs. We could go as we were, but we had like a label, and we could put like a name, whatever you want. And I remember I was Sherlock, and I was with a friend, and he had Holmes. I was Sherlock Holmes, and he was the other one. How is called the Sherlock Holmes? Well, Sherlock Holmes has like a colleague that I don't remember his name now, but he was like this colleague, and we were there. I believe maybe this level was just for your own name, but we were playing the game that we are Sherlock Holmes and the other guy. I don't remember. And it was quite funny because people were laughing and saying, okay. So the thing is that it was a very nice environment, friendly, and people, girls and boys, all of them were very, very open to share. So I advise you to do something like this, to go to an environment that is very friendly, that is not a problem, your weak English. Even though, as I said at the beginning, if you are allowed to communicate at the minimum level, it's more than enough, believe me. And if you have this ability, this skill right now, you can develop your English and do it stronger in those kind of environments. So if your English is so weak that it's not understandable, what I will do is the same thing. I will go to these parties and well, I will try to put myself, expose myself more to places where, or to jobs or environments where you have to communicate. And beforehand, I will do some homework at home. I will write down some useful sentences for me to use. You can find them easily in Google. You can say greetings, phrases or sentences. You can say maybe most used sentences in English, and maybe they can say, "How are you? How are you doing?" I don't know, to talk about the weather and so on, whatever. But you can build a selection of sentences very useful. I don't know, maybe to ask about something that people, open questions that make people to express themselves with opinion and feelings. So you can listen a little bit more in real life how they talk to you and so on. And with those phrases, I will put myself in front of a mirror or in front of a camera, like I'm doing now, and I will try them out in order to see how is my pronunciation, how I feel myself talking, and starting to get used to these expressions, to this speaking. So practice makes the master, and I will practice this not too much. I don't want you to stay at home like 3 weeks repeating this in front of the mirror. Not at all. I advise you to first of all, you find those sentences. Next day, it will take you half an hour at the maximum. You can do it in 10 minutes probably, but you have like 20 powerful phrases to say to someone to start a conversation. So next day, you take those 20 sentences, and then you practice in front of a mirror, in front of your mobile camera, and to see you, after math, after you are doing it, and see how you to see yourself how you're doing, in order to feel like a little bit of shame on yourself, but start to it's like when you listen in your voice for the first time recorded. Now is very common, but before, in prehistoric era, where I come from, no one was recording themselves, and when you were listening your own voice recorded, was like very weird. Was like, that's my voice? No, it's not, because you are listening your voice from inside. Then when you listen it from outside, it can be weird. So this is something quite similar. Is to talk to a camera, like you're pretending to do it the best you can, and then you watch yourself this recording, and you think, oh my god, this is me. Oh wow, I'm doing it so badly. This is horrible. But the best part of it is that it is not truth. I mean, when this recording, I'm going to see it in the future when I'm finishing, I will think exactly the same. I will say, oh my god, my English is horrible. Am I have I the courage to upload this video? No way. I'm gonna record it again and I'm gonna do it in Spanish and that's it. But guess what? No. This is going to go in one take, upload it. And that's it. Why? Because I feel very proud of myself, even though it's not perfect, even though I don't have a British accent or an American accent, even though I'm not Shakespeare or whatever. Okay? What I'm doing is communicate a message, and I believe I'm doing it quite okay. And that's it. That's the main purpose of communication. You are not, or in this case, I'm not being judged for being a comedian or for being poetry. I don't know if it's the word. Someone who says poems. Okay. I mean, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to communicate something, to be clear, to be understandable, and whoever listens to this gets the point. That's the only goal of this conversation, of this video. I mean, so even though I would like to, I don't know, to talk like Brad Pitt or whoever talks amazing, that's not the case. This is me. This is how I talk English. It's not bad, honestly. So I'm quite proud of myself, and this is amazing. So that's what I advise you to do. Practice as I was saying. Practice like 5 minutes with those new 20 sentences one day, for example, the day after you found them. Then next day, I don't know, another 5 to 10 minutes. You're getting used to this. You record yourself to see how are you doing. And the thing is that maybe if you do it for 4 to 5 days, at the 5th day, you will find yourself, maybe you're doing it quite better than you were doing at the beginning. But probably it's not so much better. Probably yes, but probably it's not. But the most powerful point is that you are getting used to yourself doing this. I mean, you are not so embarrassed watching yourself. That's the biggest point of this. It's not that you doing it so much better than you are narcissist about yourself, but because you are watching yourself doing it a little bit better than before, you start to think, oh, it's not so bad actually. Then you are building some confidence. By the way, during this process of 4 to 5 days, I'm saying like 5 to 10 minutes recording yourself saying those sentences, if you have the opportunity, you try them. Okay, it's not about working just in your desk or in front of your mirror or the camera and being hidden from people. No, this is like something you do, some homework, but if you can work outside, you do it. Those sentences, the purpose of this exercise is for you to talk to people, not to do it amazing in front of camera or in front of a mirror. Okay, so I will say that's pretty much what I can tell you. Do some homework. Try them very, just a few minutes. Don't spend days and hours doing this stupid thing, because this is not the point. You're gonna develop your English. You're gonna make it stronger 1,000 of times quicker if you put it in front of other people, if you test it in real life than if you are talking to a mirror, believe me. So that's not the point of this exercise. This exercise is for you to build some confidence with yourself, but at the end of the day, you have to go outside and use it and try it. So find this kind of parties, which they were parties with music, but the music was very quiet, so was not a disco where you cannot talk because music is so loud that is pointless. And yeah, pretty much it. So I hope I help you out. And as I'm always saying, let me translate my closing. Lot of energy. No, no. Okay. Get up, wake up. Lots of energy, and from the non-desired results of your decisions, that you take out very good conclusions. See you tomorrow.